Okay, we are finished with the videos on functions and formulas. So now we're going to move into the conditional formatting of our spreadsheets. Conditional formatting is where we get to color code the data that we've input to highlight different areas that we want to focus on in our data analysis. So for this, I want to be on the Math tab. I want to be on the Math tab because there are 5 different options that you have for formatting your spreadsheet with different color codes. And this way we can kind of compare at the very end when we're finished with all the videos. You can kind of compare and see which one of these might work best for you in what you're using Excel for. So to start with, you always want to highlight and choose the area that you want to format. So I'm going to start with Teacher 1, and I just want to grab all of the numbers that we've put in like that. I'm just going to highlight those and then come up here where it says Format, click on Format, and then click on Conditional Formatting. And in conditional formatting now it's going to pull this box up. So it says show formatting rules for the current selection, and that's kind of where we're going to stay focused on. You can also have it format this entire sheet, fees, reading, or the practice, the different tabs that we have down here. But like I said, I want to keep for the current selection that we've chosen. So come and click on the plus sign for add a rule. And when I do that, here's the drop-down menu that I told you gives 5 different options. We're going to stick with the 2-color scale for now. And with it being 2-color scale, you're only going to have a minimum and a maximum that you're wanting Excel to look at. So our minimum, remember we input this data just as numbers. So we want to look at a minimum number and a maximum number. And what I want to do is find out, since we can't see with it being a 2-color scale, we're not going to be able to look at proficient, partial proficient, and not proficient other than just letting the graded part of this take place. So for my minimum number, I want to put in 70 as my minimum number, and I want to put in 80 for my maximum number. And then anything above 80 is going to be included. Anything less than 70 is going to be included in the minimum. So anything 70 and less, I want to be red, and anything 80 and greater, I want to be green. And that way, just stop. They're not proficient or go. Yep, they're good to go. So I'm going to click OK, and then you can see it's going to pull up what we just now told it to search for. This gives you the fields that you've highlighted. Graded color scale says that for anything meeting the criteria, the less than or the minimum number of 70 is going to be red. The maximum number of 80 and anything greater is going to be green. And then any numbers between 70 and 80 are going to kind of be a graded format to get closer to green or closer to red depending on where the number's at. So I'm going to click OK. And then when I click out, you can see anything 70 and lower is very, very red. Anything 80 and higher is very, very green. And then our mid numbers between 70 and 80, which would be our partial proficiency, you can see they're kind of shaded in that gradient scale. So that is the 2-color scale in conditional formatting.